Today we're going to talk about something that's been making a lot of headlines, and that right now, Iceland is bracing for a potential volcanic eruption, and that's really nothing new to Iceland. There's right here the travel tips for the 11 most famous Iceland volcanoes and how to visit them. And Iceland actually and there are about 30 that are active. It says that a volcano is considered active if it has erupted in the past 10,000 years. But volcanic eruption about once every 5 years in Iceland, and since 2021, that has been closer to every 12 months. So this has been in the news a lot lately, and right now there's a lot of activity right here. This is from a golf course, and here, which is where the volcano that's happening right now is located. And here are the 30 active volcanoes in Iceland right now. So, yeah, that's here's the capital, Reykjavik, which has the international airport. Okay, it's like right now 40 miles, 20 miles away from the active volcano. So they're wondering if that's going to be impacted by an eruption. But yeah, look at here. There is definitely a lot of volcanoes, which is why it's tourism in Iceland. Right here, visit Iceland. And about Iceland, plan your trip, and it gives you tips right here on visiting the most, not that article, famous 11 Iceland articles. So, yeah, this is the land of fire and ice. Iceland began to emerge from the sea about 16 million years ago, when there was enough lava that had accumulated to raise the pile that high. So, when they say they're not creating any land on Earth, volcanoes always are. A lot of Asia, Hawaii is all volcanic land. When the volcanoes erupt out there and go into the sea and spread out, it's creating more land. There was just news last week about an island off of Japan, maybe, that is just formed. It has just been created in the ocean. And right here, they say that Iceland, has a lot of volcanic activities because it is where the North American and the European plate meet. And what they're actually doing is pulling apart from each other. And right here, you can see where there's 6 people. You could probably fit a 7th person at least, that, arms stretched out side to side, where the land is pulling away from each other every year, right here. And I've read it's about, it pulls away about as fast as nails grow. So right here, here's another picture of where you can go in Iceland and walk where the 2 plates meet and where it is pulling away from one another. Right here, here's a really beautiful spot of that. That's right there. That's probably where it's pulling away right here. Look at that, the land just being stretched. And right here, this article, why are there so many volcanoes in Iceland? Well, its volcanic nature comes from its geography. Iceland sits on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, which separates the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates. These plates naturally pull away from one another over time. As they shift and move, magma comes up from beneath the earth, and you get a volcanic eruption. And again, this article says that a volcanic event usually occurs about once every 5 years or so. And the last 3 years are exceptional, as they have had 3 eruptions in 3 years. And it says that you can visit them by taking guided tours, or you don't need to sign up for a tour. There's many Icelandic volcanoes that you can see on your own during an Iceland road trip or self-driving tour. But if you want to do more than see them from afar, like actually walking inside the volcanoes or hiking up to the top, you will need to book a guided experience, and they say for safety purposes. And then here's the number 1 volcano to visit. Look at that. That's just very, very powerful stuff here. And it tells you how to get there. And number 2, here's the second one. That's looks a little bit dormant right now. And although it's an ice cap covered glacier today, that volcano disrupted air travel in 2010. Here's another one. It looks, wow. There's another, the Helka. Now, right here, this Helka has been consistently erupting since 1104, over 1,000 years. And number 6 is the Katla, the Katla. And the thing about this one is that it lies under glacial ice hundreds of yards thick, meaning that any eruption is likely to melt the ice and cause widespread flooding. So you have a volcanic event and a widespread flooding event. Here's another one that looks pretty snow-covered. And down here, look at the crater just left behind at the top of the volcano. And this Caldera Lake is warm and geothermally heated. And that is actually this volcanic ASKJA, which is this pool of water right here. So, yeah, guys, I don't know if they let you go take a dip in it when you get up to the warm and geothermally heated pool there. And then here's number 10 on the list, just oozing out lava. And number 11. So that's just the top 11 ones that people go to see, because they have 30 that are active. So volcanic tourism is definitely big business in Iceland, the land of fire and ice. And right now it's making headlines again, because there are very big risks involved here. I've seen a bunch of videos, because this is happening right down here. It's a very populated region, and people are just evacuated. Their homes could be gone. The famous Blue Lagoon is in that region, so yeah, that could be gone too if this does have a potential eruption. It could be major. It could even be worse than just erupting on land, because the fault that's going to erupt goes out underneath the sea. And so if it erupts out there, that's just a whole another slew of problems. So right now, this right here is a very familiar sight. right here up to the Blue Lagoon, 10 miles, and you can't get there because in the Grindavik area, which is, yes, this peninsula right here, is where all the activity is going on, and Icelanders are all very bracing to see what happens, because right here in the land of fire and ice, you do have a lot of fiery eruptions. So stay tuned, people.